Now, I wrote a couple things down besides the 20-plus questions I have. Talking about cortisol, we'll take a little tangent here. There's so much out there on adrenal fatigue. In my perception over the years is a lot of people took Hans Selye's work and kind of misperceived what he was putting out in regards to his general adaptation syndrome. Now, you talk about high cortisol and using sugar to actually lower cortisol. What about people that have low cortisol? Is that possible, or is that just a fluctuation of maybe being hypo or hyperglycemic?
In Selye's studies, he never talked about adrenal fatigue.
Right.
Exhaustion was his word. When you would stress an animal terribly, first couple of days it would get ulcers, and if it didn't bleed to death, it might adapt. But if you kept the stress up, you would eventually kill the rat from stress. And he had the different phases, the shock, the adaptation, and the exhaustion phases. And in the exhaustion phase, the animal would die from stress. And he, very early in his studies, found that pregnant animals didn't need their adrenal glands. And as soon as they would have a litter, then the next stress would kill them because their progesterone was no longer being produced to compensate for the adrenal absence. And so he gave some animals a daily dose of progesterone after taking out their adrenal glands, and found that they would live a full, normal, healthy life, lacking their adrenals absolutely. So the adrenals are there to regulate your sugar and salt, and it happens that progesterone just as nicely regulates sugar and salt metabolism. And to produce these hormones, either progesterone or the adrenal hormones, you need various nutrients, but especially to convert cholesterol into pregnenolone and then the other steroids. The essential factors are thyroid hormone and vitamin A, and those are so closely connected that they travel in the blood on the same protein and are taken up by the steroid synthesizing cells on that protein, transported right into the mitochondrion, where enzymes use those to convert cholesterol into the pregnenolone and the other steroids. So if a person is deficient in vitamin A or thyroid, their cholesterol tends to rise, trying to compensate for the deficient ability to produce the adaptive hormones. And so with a thyroid or nutritional deficiency, you can be deficient in the steroid hormones, but it isn't the fault of the adrenal glands. The adrenal glands are extremely adaptive. When someone wants an animal that can't produce adrenaline, since the core of the adrenal gland is where adrenaline is produced, they would scoop out the contents in the adrenal capsule, including the cortex, and there would be a layer of adrenal cortical cells left in this capsule, and within just a few days, the adrenal cortex hormones would have regenerated. So you can basically destroy the adrenals, and if you have a few cells left and have good nutrition and thyroid function, the adrenal cortex will regenerate very well.